Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Mary Languish here at Fragile Glory Impressions, and today I want to give you some tips for how to do a critique for your art class. So these are the steps that I've always followed when doing a critique. Now, a critique is usually intended for like high school students or older. I wouldn't attempt it with anybody younger just because it's not as needed. It's not really going to be beneficial for them. It could honestly hurt more than help. So keep that in mind when using these tips with your class. But let's dive in. I have 5 steps to facilitating a critique, and they are observe, discuss, question, share, and critique. Now, these 5 steps are things you guys do as a class. So set up your room in a way that you can have a student put up their art and everyone can see their art and sit comfortably or stand comfortably. So starting with observe, give them time to look at the art. So up close, far away, from the side. Probably not touching, but unless there's a type of art that you can touch the art, feel free. Your judgment there, but let them soak in the art as a whole with no comments. So encourage no one to say anything, encourage the artist not to say anything, just let them soak in the art. Second one is discuss. Let the students in the class, and you can also, as the teacher, chime into this, share what is working in the piece, what touches them, what's their favorite part, what do they like about the piece. Nothing negative here, just positive things about the piece. What colors they like, what's working with the texture, like they can be specific. This step alone can give a lot of feedback to the artist because it's the first impressions, right? And a lot of feedback can be coming from that. Sometimes it can surprise the artist in a positive way or a negative way. It could be exactly what they wanted people to see. It could be the complete opposite, right? So this is a perfect time for that artist to write down some ideas of what is being seen, felt, heard, discussed about their art. Artists are definitely encouraged to not say anything during this time because you don't want them to give their feedback and change people's ideas of what they're seeing. Third one is questions. Questioning. Letting the group ask questions. So are there any parts that are confusing? Are there any parts that need clarification? Asking specific questions of the artist who can then answer those questions. Again, another great place for the artist to get clues into how the artwork is working out for them, right? How their intentions are being presented. Fourth thing is sharing. This is the artist's chance to share what their vision was, their intention for their art, what they wanted to come across, what feelings or thoughts they wanted their viewer to have. And then followed up at the end with an actual critique in terms of feedback, critical feedback, helpful feedback, things that can actually be done to the piece to help the artist. I would say that the teacher, you as the teacher, should emphasize most of this part, but let your students chime in also, because they'll have good feedback also. So sandwich this feedback, wrap it up a little bit in a careful way. You want to reiterate some of the things that were said in the discussion part and the question part of what is working well, how are things going well, what colors are popping, what's strong, right? Start with a positive thing, then put in a specific critique of this needs to be changed. If this is not your intention, you need to do this. Be specific. Colors, lines, shape, shadow, texture, value, balance, unity. Be specific with your wording on how they can fix it. Show them the area that needs to be fixed. Give them examples of what that could look like. Do some thumbnails on a board. Like, be very, very intentional about how you give this feedback because you want it to be something they can actually act upon, whether it's in that piece itself, which can still happen most times, but sometimes it's just too far finished that it's something they're just going to have to take with them for future art pieces. But a lot of times there's something they can change, they can shift, they can take out, they could add. Be specific about that type of criticism. And then sandwich it again with that last piece of bread on the end of something positive, the overarching theme, what the artist did well, technique-wise, skill-wise, application-wise. Like, don't let them end on a more negative critical moment. Let them have a positive experience with this. So those are my 5 tips for how to go about a critique and involve your class and get everybody talking and engaging, because it's such a great learning opportunity for your students. And you want it to go well as the teacher, right? You don't want anyone to feel bad. You want it to be presented in a way, you want it to be helpful feedback that actually is going to grow your students and their art. So if you found this helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for other art content like this, especially art teaching content like this. So if there are other ideas you have for me for videos, things you want to know for your art classes, please drop them in the comments. I read the comments, I will respond, I will try to create content for what you need. So please stick around. This is for you as an art teacher and creator. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day.